Hi, this is Brian with episode 3. Is Elvis the One? When we were dismantling Colonel Parker's home and headquarters of Elvis Presley Enterprise in Madison, and we were dismantling this bar that we believe Elvis and the Colonel sat at several times, we discovered inside this bar area this. We've yet to figure out exactly what this is. You've got the Colonel's name there, but what is this?
Colonel Tom A. Parker.
Colonel Tom A. Parker. This is an award. Anybody have any thoughts on this? Would you contact us at Oxvision Films on YouTube or Storytellers Museum? I'd like to hear from you. On episode 2, I introduced you to a clip from a Dutch film company that was filming Colonel Parker's home and office, also the fan club building. And they videoed this medicine cabinet, and in this cabinet there's a hairbrush that we believe belonged to Elvis Presley. And it was an interesting moment. But as Mark North, the owner of the fan club building, continued his tour, he took this Dutch reporter, let's say, to another location in the fan club building, to the mail room, where all this mail that came to Elvis was sorted, and also the place from which mail was sent out. And there was a very special moment. I'd like you to see this little clip, short clip.
Toch nog een klein stukje Nederland in dit verre Amerika.
Hey, look at this. Here, right? From Holland. This is Dutch. With the mails, Delft's blue it is.
It's original. That was there when we moved in.
So, Colonel Tom Parker stood here, maybe a bit homesick, pondering about his youth in Breda, Rotterdam. My God.
A little bit of home.
Nou ja, Delfts blauw behang in Madison, Tennessee.
We've all heard the story of how Colonel Parker was a stowaway, left Holland, his boyhood home, came to the United States. Then, did he not love his homeland? Was there no interest? Then why does this wallpaper show up in the mailroom? Was it his wife's choice? Is it Colonel Parker, who controls all things, was it his choice? Nostalgia, just to remind him of his roots. We'll never know an answer to it, but very interesting. This is wallpaper we found in that room. Lastly, touch on a different subject. We've all heard of the crossroads. There's a legend that somehow musicians went to the crossroads and had encounters with the devil and sold their soul for talent. Most likely, this is just myth, but we've heard the story. I heard Bob Dylan being interviewed and asked about this very thing. There was some laughter, but you always kind of wonder, is there something behind the laughter? Well, here we are in Bonacqua, Tennessee. 3 years ago, my wife and I discovered this property. Guess what? This property was at across the road. This property was once owned by Johnny Cash. It's 1 mile from his farm. Of course, this place has been restored lovingly by some real talented people in this town of Bonacqua, Hickman County. But there's a difference here. The legend is not about devils, but the fact is there was a man called Red Wortham. This was his studio. He was one of the few people in the United States that opened his studio to all people, including African Americans. There were so many African Americans visiting his studio that at one point the community tried to shut him down. It didn't happen because a few courageous people, a banker and specifically, stood up for him, and he was able to continue. These are his shoes. He had MD, had difficulty walking. Well, he was a brave man, and he went to Tennessee State Prison and recorded the prisoners singing the song, Just Walking in the Rain. And guess what? Sam Phillips got a hold of that song, and some people, including myself, believe that was really where it all started for Elvis, because that recording of the prisoners was put out on radio, and Elvis Presley heard it, and that's what prompted him first time to go to Sun Records. Who produced that song? Red Wortham, the owner of this studio. And not only did that song prompt Elvis to come to Sun Records, but it also saved Sun Records, possibly from bankruptcy. They were having financial challenges. I'm not sure on the bankruptcy, but they were in trouble. The record sold 50,000 copies, and the publisher was Red Wortham. You probably never heard his name. You've heard of Sam Phillips, a very important person historically. But as I've studied this for close to 3 years now, and some bloggers have looked at all my information, they agree with me that we may have just got it wrong. Yes, Sam Phillips played an important role, but maybe Red Wortham played the key role. So I encourage you to go to Storytellers Museum or to go to Oxvision Films and watch a short film I put out called Seeing Red. I build my case for why we should give far more credit to Red Wortham for discovering Elvis Presley. See if you agree or disagree. That's it, episode 3. Tomorrow I'll start episode 4. Thank you.